All right, Beatles. All right. Calm it down. What is up, Fantasy Football League? It is your commissioner. Heading into week 8. Here we are. Let's talk about week 7. Week 7. Justine Klein picking up most points. We highlighted the kicker this week, Aaron with Koo, and bench points with Foreman. Listen, week 7, we are at the halfway point of the league. 14 weeks in here. Let's talk about who's made some money, who hasn't made some money. And we all know who haven't made any money yet. But let's talk about who's made the most money so far. Surprisingly, Eric made $40 in his pocket. Another surprising one here, Justine Klein, $30 in his pocket. The least amount of money made so far in this league, we all know it. Tyler Dumbo Octopus with a big old goose egg, $0. Chris Tomlinson and Morgan have both made $5. They're well on their way to their $120 back. So, team, before we jump into week 8, let's talk about week 7 recap. And we got a special guest appearance today. Welcome him. Y'all all know him. Come on in.
Hello, Commissioner. Hello.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here.
For this week. Let's get some fantasy points going, boys.
I like that jacket. Nice jacket. But week 7 recap, let's talk about it. And you're here, so let's just talk about it. Do you have anything to say about your performance?
Detroit frauds, not a good team. They always let you down.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to rub it in. Y'all know I don't rub shit in, so listen. Unique team name here goes to 5-2. Dylan and Young moves up to 5-2. Best team in the league. Who beat them? Who beat them? Moving on. Next, we got Washington Senators, Eric Lowell, and Aaron. Aaron. God, Jesus. 137. What did Eric score there?
It's like 75.26.
Not even the lowest amount of points last week. That's the funny thing. Not even the lowest amount of points last week. But moving on. Who Day and the Blowfish. And Laporte and her butt. You know, this was a good matchup. 3-4, 4-3. But, you know, Morgan gets the win. Not much to say about that matchup. Why don't you take this one right here?
All right, so last week we had Divas of the Dirty Turf, an injured Central Reserve, or Central, also known as
Dumbo Octopus.
Diva is owned by Marky Mark. Scored 116.56, and Tyler had 85.58.
That's a good week for you. 85 points, bud. You're getting there. Let's look at his lineup here. I mean, he's rocking Brock Purdy. I mean, who's his best player? His best player is Jalen Waddle. Let him down.
And the highest scoring person on his team for last week was Ramondre Stevenson from the New England Patriots. 14.5 points. Highest one. You know, he's got a guy almost 15 points. Not too bad, but just not enough.
Moving on. Former commissioner here laid the pipe on John Henry Graff, the flounder of chaos. 70.4. I'm not gonna. Were you just trying to get your area code there? Big 704 guy. I get it. Big 704 guy. John Henry falls to 2-5. Justine Klein moves to 4-3. You take the last one. Chris on Chris. This was the matchup of the week last week.
We had CJ versus CT. Just like a little CJ here got the best of little CT. 125 to 95 points. You know, Chris Johnson was killing it last week with his scoring.
It's the matchup here. It's Tyreek Hill and the Tua Tagovailoa.
He blew him out of the water here. You know, it was like Tua Tagovailoa only had 10.3 points. You know, usually he's putting up 20s or more. You know, but good lead. I mean, he still beat him by 30 on this one. Woo! Chris Johnson has those guys.
Woo-wee. All right, let's look at the standings before we jump over to week 8. We're looking here. The Ed's Tavern, you know, everybody in the Ed's Tavern group is 1. You know, we have a 5-2 team, we have a 2-5 team, then a bunch of 3-4s and 4-3s. Looking at this Smoky Joe's is wild. Everybody but Dumbo Octopus is over 500. That is crazy. I mean, there's one game separating, you know, 5th to 1st. You lose one game, you're all the way at the bottom. So,
now, if you look closely here, Commissioner, on the season stats category for points for, You could see that myself, I am actually first place, and he is in second place with most points scored. So just let that sink in a little bit, Commissioner. A lot of ball game left.
Whole lot of ball game left. A lot of ball game left. A lot of points to be scored. So let's not even waste any more time. Let's jump right into week 8. And we'll start off here. I'll take this one right here. Played him 2 times in 3 weeks. Dumbo Octopus going up against the Giant. Dylan Young here. We talked about his lineup. I don't see it. I mean, he's got Joe. He's thinking Joe Burrow is going to be the one this week, but he's playing San Francisco. I'm not going to tell you what to do because I'm going to whoop that ass. But I wouldn't play Joe Burrow right there.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking on this one for injured center here. I think his dark horse player is going to be actually the kicker this week. Detroit's defense. They're playing Detroit at Detroit. They were god awful last week. Let myself down a whole lot. So I think Daniel Carlson. He's projected 6.8. So if you can get over that 10-point mark, if not more than that, Tyler might have a chance this week.
Might have a chance, but we'll see. I mean, that you play the game because you play. That's why you play the game. All right, matchup number 2. The flounder of chaos playing Don't Puka the Bear. And they've been poking that bear. They've been puking that bear. Let's see what you got. We talked about the waiver wires. And John Henry Graff said he's going to be on those waiver wires. He's not going to let Dylan get any of those waiver wires. He picked up C.J. Stroud as a quarterback going up against Lamar Jackson. Bang us out with some information.
Yeah, I made some notes when I was at work today, guys. I got a whole stat sheet here. I noticed today that, Henry has actually 3 quarterbacks on his team now. So if you need a quarterback, John Henry has 3 of them. So hit him up for, some players. He's got Jordan Love on his bench and Kirk Cousins. Kirk's a fraud, so I'll probably go for Jordan Love here. And also, Justin Jefferson is still hurt. It's 2 weeks now. So, still on IR. He's still going to be out.
Down at the bottom, 0-0. So who do you like in this one? I'm going to go, this one's not even really close. You're talking about a 20-point swing here.
Yeah, we got 138 to 114, going for in Aaron's favor here. So I may go with Don't Puka the Bear this week.
I'm going with Don't Puka the Bear. Henry falls to 2-6, but I just don't know if Tyler's going to reach to him.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp's got to score way more. He's got to at least get 25 points this week in order for John Henry to even.
Heck of a trade. We didn't talk about it last week, but let's talk about that trade. The 2 worst teams in the league trading each other. What do y'all think? Y'all are like moving chairs on the Titanic.
Cooper Kupp was involved in this trade, which I think Cooper might have been the top 3 pick this year, and he got traded by week 8.
He was a first rounder. All right, let's jump right into it. Bro hard, anything but last. I tell you, I'm just going to jump out and you can say whatever you have to say here. I think Bro hard is really turning into a nice squad here. He's going to get an easy win. He had a great night, a great Thursday night from Josh Allen. Overperformed. Mike Evans kind of struggled a little bit, but I think I'm going to go with Bro hard in a big one here. I think Bro hard might score the most points again this week.
Yeah, this was kind of interesting here. You have Jay Klein. He has Mark Andrews as tight end here. He's playing against the number 3 team, giving up points to tight ends. So he may have a struggle of a game this week. 12.9 points. He's got to get a little bit more here to take advantage of getting those catches. And Chris Tua. He is playing against New England at home, high-powered offense. And New England actually gives it the 4th least amount of points to quarterbacks.
Somebody was doing their research. Maybe John Henry, Tyler, maybe you should talk to these fools. Get him. You said you would pay somebody. Pay him.
I think Tua, if he exposes New England's defense this week, he may, Chris Johnson may have a chance of beating Brohart this week.
We keep talking about it. I keep talking about the Tua and the Tyreek Hill connection there is lethal. But who you going with there? I had Justin.
Yeah, I think Justin here too. Josh Allen had a hell of a game last night. 29 points. Just let Tampa Bay on fire with that him and that Diggs connection. Also with Dalton Kincaid. Came up huge. First game of the year.
Big one. Yeah.
Very impressive last night.
All right, we're halfway through the week 8 predictions. We gotta pay the bills somehow with these sponsors. So hang on. Let's get this chug in.
There you go, Commissioner. There you go. Oh, very good. Not too bad.
All right. Really quickly, this chug is brought to you by the City of Charlotte. Sports teams here in Charlotte had been disappointing. We have the Panthers 0-6. Charlotte FC can't even win a wild card game. But the Hornets are 1-0. We play Detroit tonight. Might see if we can go to 2-0, but they'll disappoint us later on. And also brought to you from our friends at Bud Light. We do appreciate them. So let's jump right into the next matchup. Team Tomlinson playing your boy, unique team name here.
Yeah,
He's always been on. Let me just say this. Every single week, I don't think we're doing the pictures. Y'all aren't talking a lot of trash anymore. But within the names, you talk the trash with the names these days.
Yeah, Chris Tomlinson. He's never come up with a unique name at all. In all of his fantasy years.
Team Tomlinson. You got married like 4 years ago. We were all there. We know what your thing was. Come up with something new. Come on. All right. Maybe you should call it like Russell Wilson's Twinkle Fairies. So, Andrew, jump right into this and tell us what's going to happen in this game.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good one, actually. I am directed by at least 20 points here. I still think it may be close with the Titans are playing Atlanta at home. They are wearing their throwback Oilers jerseys this week, which is awesome. They look so good out there. Unfortunately, Tennessee's quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, is actually going to be out. So they're going to be starting either Malik Willis or Will Levis on Sunday. So Derrick Henry is actually my key player for my team this week.
Baltimore.
If Henry can get that offense going and they can throw him the ball, hand him off the ball, but Derrick Henry has to get points, 13.7 right now. If he can get more than that, Tennessee may look good. Also, my team may look good as well. For Chris Tomlinson on this one, I have getting looked at the kicker here, Brandon Aubrey from, I believe... the Dallas Cowboys, right? The kicker for Dallas? Yeah. So they're playing against the Los Angeles Rams this week at home.
So are you going to pick you got to come on the show and you pick your
Yeah, I'm going for myself this year, but Brandon Aubrey may be the difference maker for his teams. You got to make some points this week, capitalizing the Reds.
This is a close one. I think you pull out the win. We're both going to move to 6-2. That we're really separating ourselves. You know, the bottom feeders are down here. All y'all middle munchkins are right here. Cream of the crop. Woo, burp. Sorry. We're going to skip this one because it's the matchup of the week. That's always the favorite part of the show. It's probably y'all even texting me, so stop. Jeez Louise. Who Dey and the Blowfish playing Washington Sentinels, Eric Lowell, Justin B. I'm going to throw this one out here. This was almost the matchup of the week, but you know, a 3-4 team going on a 4-3 team. We're looking for quality games here. I think Justin gets the win here. Two teams move to 4-4. And Andrew, you tell us. I want to hint on this real quick, and I know Eric's probably frustrated about Bijan Robinson. Is he in the doghouse? What did he do? What's going on? Is he not showing up at practice? What's wrong? Bijan plays. Eric, you might win, but I don't think Bijan is getting the run that he used to.
Yeah, so. I hope he plays on Sunday. You know, I also hope he doesn't play on Sunday because of Tennessee and Atlanta. But he doesn't feel good. He doesn't want to play. So it's kind of a liability right now.
So what do you got? Anything else? Who do you think wins this one?
I think I'm going to. Let's be tight, man. I want to go Eric here because I know he puts up points. So I would like to see Eric get a W here.
All right, Eric gets a W, moves to 5-3 according to Andrew. That puts Justin down at 3-5, and that's not looking. You're not looking good down there. All right, matchup of the week, our favorite part of the show. It's like banging that seat at a Panthers game. Third down. All right, Divas of the Dirty Turf. Our boy Marky Mark down in the Florida sun. Laporte in her butt. Morgan up in. Where is he at? Kentucky? Yeah,
he's
backwoods
up in the Midwest,
of Kentucky.
Much, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he ate in Dixie, that's all I know.
Yeah. So, looking at it real quick, I think we talked about us being 5-2. I think we're forgetting about Marky here. I think he moves to 6-2 as well. We've got three teams at 6-2 after this week. What do you think happens? You think Morgan has a chance here?
I think Mark comes out here on top. I don't think Morgan gets to win this week, but I also think Morgan may win because Mark, you're not very active in the chat lately. You got to get some more stuff going on there. You are, doing well, but we need some more activity in the chat.
Yeah, don't be a humble winner. This is not a humble league. If you are humble, you will get your ass kicked out.
Make your wins loud and your losses quiet. That's how it should be done.
There you go. There you go. So who do you like here?
I'm going to go Mark here.
Marky as well. All right. Let's hop over into this week's schedule. We'll talk about the Pick'em 2. I forgot to put it up on the board, but we'll run through that as well. Last night we saw Buffalo beat Tampa Bay. That game was a lot closer than we thought it would be. What do you think about that game last night?
I fell asleep after the first half. I was looking at Josh Allen, throwing that rock, Dalton Kincaid, getting those TDs. They definitely exposed Tampa Bay there last night. I wish Baker Mayfield would have done a little bit better to get some more balls over to Mike Evans. The connection just was not happening last night. The defense did really well.
So
for Buffalo.
So to continue on, had a good game last night. We always love it, primetime games when they're close. Somebody likes a good. We've got Atlanta going to Tennessee. Obviously, he's going to pick Tennessee there. We all know it. The biggest game of the weekend, Houston, C.J. Stroud, Ohio State boy, coming to Charlotte. Can the Panthers get their first win of the year? I think if they're going to win one or two games this year, it's either this weekend or next weekend. But, I mean, what do you think?
I think hopefully the Panthers, I think they do pull this out. They are honoring Julius Peppers and Musa Muhammad. I also was watching the Pat McAfee show today, and Steve Smith will also be at the game on Sunday. So they got all that power coming here on Sunday here in Charlotte. It's going to happen. We'll be 1-6 after Sunday.
1-6. That is what we like to hear. Let's talk about our primetime games. We've got the Bears going to Los Angeles, the Chargers on a Sunday night. I'm not too excited about that. An LA game you can get in for $37. But I do like this matchup on Monday night. The Vegas Raiders playing the Detroit Lions. Probably, not a big surprise, but they're sneaky good this year.
Yeah, I think with Detroit, they're a great team, and the Raiders, are also kind of under the radar. If Detroit can do stuff together after getting stomped down on Sunday, they may be almost as big of frauds as Kirk Cousins, maybe even the Buffalo Bills. They've always been back and forth and inconsistent.
So jumping into Pick'em. Last week we had a tie at the top. No longer. JB is in first place. Vrabel's mustache moves down to second. And let's talk about last place. He's in last place in every, Tyler, I know you quit, and we're going to hear about it until you keep playing. Last place, Dumbo Octopus. Andrew, I appreciate you being here, bud. Pound me or whatever. Any parting words for you?
It's put points this week, boys. Thanks for having me. I do appreciate Commissioner. Good luck on your matchups.
So, let's hear it in the group chats. Let's show up to the bars. Let's get wild. Marky, take your shirt off, twist around your head like a helicopter. And as always, like and subscribe. And look forward to the TikTok on Monday nights. Bye.